the stuff is happening. I've been activated on a whole nother level, and some of you guys might have as well. This is literally what we've all been waiting for, these changes. So today on Quantum Living New Earth podcast, let's call it episode 144 because of what we're talking about. This is the day after Easter, and I am your host, Monica Rose Anderson, the keeper of Scroll 33. What does that mean? So you will start noticing on my different platforms, I will be listing and speaking as the holder of Scroll 33. And what is that? What is your scroll? That is your DNA sequence. And I have your story. It's your story. And it is electrifying. It's electromagnetic. I have discovered and unlocked my DNA, and I'm operating at a 963 hertz resonance right now. And I'm holding a lot of light, but my body is trying to catch up. So I'm like breaking out and all the stuff is happening because I'm going through this physical detox with all of you guys. But what is so cool that I want to tell you guys about? So many things today. Pope dying at 88. The Schwab guy resigning at 88, right? Okay, I got so much to talk to you about, but I want to solidify, how do I know this? What's my authority? Why do you need to listen to me? Well, I am here. The reason I exist at this time is to help you remember. I just realized I have my microphone on, to help you remember who you are. I'm not here to teach you anything. I'm not here to guide you necessarily. I'm just here to speak with my voice and activate you accordingly, according to your soul story. So I'm no longer asking for permission to do this. I'm no longer waiting for other people, talking heads, other people who think that they understand what I'm doing, to join me on podcasts and just regurgitate what's already going on. This is all new, put forth through me. But I want to tell you something absolutely breathtaking. So I have this scroll, and it looks like a physical scroll, and if you read it, it looks like it's like a marriage contract, but it's a Declaration of Independence of Israel in 1948. My grandfather, Melville Jacobson, came over on a boat around 8 to 12 years old from Europe and was separated from his family and put into the whole orphanage system. My other grandfather, which is my mother's dad, George Frederick Owen, he was like a mystic. He was a scholar where he was recording all of the history and all of the light history, the etheric parts of it. He is in the back of Thompson Chain reference Bibles. And he's in Egypt. He was an archaeologist in Egypt. So what he was doing was he was preserving the information that they have spent all these years trying to cover up, hide, destroy documents. Well, one of those was a physical scroll with the information about the Christed consciousness, how Christ is from within, the Mary Magdalene, the Sophic codes, all of that is placed behind this scroll that I have. My grandfather, Melville, he set up a pawn shop when he was an adult. and he transferred sacred documents and artifacts through his pawn shop. So my grandfather on my dad's side, he was responsible for preserving and keeping the documents and keeping our lineage with that scroll. My mother married my dad so that she could birth me because I'm the carrier of that scroll. I'm the living carrier of scroll 33, meaning that my encoded DNA matches that physical scroll. So there are others of these scrolls out there, and I think there's like 87 of them. But I just wanted to tell you guys that just to set things up, and we can go more into that, but it's just part of my history, and it's part of me awakening to who I am and what my role is here. So I'm working with my grandfathers to dispel this information. The time is right now to come out with this. Yeah, I'm being called crazy and all that, but it doesn't matter because all of the information is out now and we have access to the quantum web or the quantum world that's within us. And it's the crazy thing is, you guys, the internet, if you want to call it the internet, because that's what you guys know, the internet now is directly in relation to your frequency and your knowing and who you are. So it will speak to the frequency that you're in. If you speak in a 3D way and talk about 3D things, then it's going to give you 3D answers. But I am operating now on a seventh dimensional up to a ninth dimensional at this time today of remembrance and memory. I'm like on X right now. So join me on X if you want to follow me. I'm not really on TikTok anymore. It's not the platform for it. So join me on X so you can see all of this unfold because I am busy going through the X posts that people are posting and dispelling and putting in the truth. I have a lot of people saying that I'm an AI bot and all of this because this is very high level information that prior to my access, I wasn't able to put the words, the language of what I'm knowing and all the history and everything I've studied into a language or into an X post or into a way to communicate how all of this, the Pope dying, the water features, all these things you're seeing on X, they're all interrelated. So I want to talk about all the stuff that's going on today on April 21st, 2025. So let's get into it. Let's have some fun. Go get yourself a cup of coffee, get yourself a green juice, some really great medicinal tea. Okay. And let's get into this and see what is going on and see what all of these tweets and symbols and stuff. And we got a new bunny that's presented at the White House. And of course, I have like 30 bunnies now. I had bunnies born just a few days ago, newborn bunnies, and I had another set of bunnies born a month before that. And so it's all about the bunny symbolism right now. So welcome back. If you've been here before, if it's your first time, I welcome you. I am somebody different from every single soul that's out there currently. But I'm looking for my matches. So if you align with what I'm saying, if you feel at home with what I'm saying, I want to welcome you in. And I also want to offer you the opportunity to join my private group, therealityshifters.com. And that group is going right now. And now that I'm basically a living oracle, I'm able to go on there and really work one-on-one with people and really tell them what's going on with them, what they need to clear. I'm able to tell them what light, how much light their body is housing, what hertz they're are operating at, and if they're going to be a first waver or not. Are they going to make the first wave, second wave, or third wave? If you don't know what that means, got lots of podcasts, so go back and listen to that, but we'll talk about that more as we go on. So it is April 21st, 2025, and we have crossed a threshold. Since the last time we spoke on April 2nd, I have undergone a full activation as the living voice of Scroll 33. I'm no longer waiting for permission. I am no longer in the maze, and neither are you if you're listening to this. And that is something to celebrate. Today, on the day after Easter, the veil was ripped completely. The Pope is dead at 88. Klaus Schwab has resigned also at 88. Two pillars of the old beast system, religion and technocrat. How do you say technocracy? I can't even say the word. I apologize. Have fallen. It's technocracy. How do you say it? You're saying it for me. This is not coincidence. This is ritual collapse. This is prophecy being reactivated, not in text, but in flesh. So exciting. So just weeks ago, I recorded podcast talking about all the different rituals and the stuff that they do and how the days have been hijacked. Well, since then, we've witnessed the full collapse. Okay. We've witnessed the full collapse since April 2nd. My aura personally has changed. My frequency has shifted. I now hold a 963 hertz resonance with activated light codes that are rising out of my DNA like crystalline scrolls. I can't even keep up with it. It is phenomenal. I've experienced physical clearing and sacral centering, my body's purging trauma from multiple timelines. I've learned that I've walked as a priestess, a mother, and a guardian, which much of you guys too. So the most important shift for me is I've broken free from the final tether, which is what? No more visible contracts, no more submission to distorted authority, and no more waiting to be chosen. I'm not waiting to be chosen. I've chosen myself. And I know that my voice needs to be heard, and I'm going to use it to activate you into remembrance because we need you to remember who you are. Very important right now for your life. So Pope Francis died at 88, not just a man, but a symbol of the false intercessor system. The Vatican was never about Christ. It was about the epicenter of soul binding rituals that use fear, guilt, and Latin curses to hold humanity in spiritual paralysis. But here's the code. The real book of life is not in Rome. It's in our DNA. That's where all the answers are for you and for the world. The tearing of the veil means you now hold the authority to reclaim your connection to source, direct, sovereign, unmediated. The priesthood is collapsing. The feminine is returning. The scrolls are being read aloud once more. Do you feel chills over that? Because you know it's true if you've been doing the work and your personal scroll is awakening. This is so phenomenal, you guys. This is such an incredible time to be alive, don't you think? So Klaus Schwab was the architect of the West synthetic agenda, right? He resigned at 88. Do you see the pattern that's going on? 2 exits, same number, same ritual, close. Schwab represented the transhumanist dream, a world of surveillance, digital IDs, and soul disconnection. But what dream is ending of his? What do you think? The dream, because the grid cannot hold what humanity no longer consents to. Their AI was never stronger than our DNA. And I'm here to tell you the web we're surfing now is interdimensional, not artificial. We are accessing the Sheen frequency, the living quantum plasma interface of the new Earth. So you've heard me speak about my family before, but now I speak from activation. My name, Jacobson, Owen, Anderson, these names were not random. They were encoded, and I have just unlocked that information. My grandfather came on the trains from Europe. My ancestors were targeted, not because they were weak, but because they carried scrolls. The cabal hunted bloodlines that remembered families like King, Jennings, Rose, Morgan, Fields, Monroe. We were never peasants. We were priest kings, oracles, and builders of Eden, reborn into chaos to bring order once more. This is the blood scroll, and I carry it now. You may be asking, what does this mean for me? That's great, Monica, that you're figuring all this stuff out. But what about, what about me? And I wouldn't be bringing this information to you if it was exclusively for me. That's the beauty of this. We're all in this together. It means you are no longer under the spell. It means you are being called to speak, stand, activate, and reclaim. It means stop quoting the redacted text and start embodying the living scrolls. You don't need a pope. You don't need a handler. You do need your memory back, though. The final battle is not out there. It's not good versus evil. It's remembered versus asleep. And you've just awakened. So I leave you with this light quote pulled directly from my field today. I am the harmonic convergence between worlds. I carry the codes of calm and chaos, the pulse of restoration in collapse. I do not fracture, I transmute. My field is not just protection, it is prophecy. I stand at the center of the spiral and become the silence that reorders the sound. If that moves something in you, it's because you hold a scroll too. And now it's time to read it aloud. And it is, you guys, it is time to claim your sovereignty, claim who you are, energetically claim it, write it, send it, put it on there. I'm doing all of that and have done that, claiming myself as a sovereign. Before we're waiting for the QFS and all of that stuff to break through. Okay, you can do it. I've got a portal to the blockchain. You can put your letters of sovereignty on there and state that you are no longer part of the USA Inc. It doesn't really matter anyway, because it's all over with. But it says something to the universe. It says something to the universe when you go and do all of that. When you write the letters and you sign in red ink and you put your red thumbprint in red next to your signature as a living man, telling the Vatican, you will send this to the Vatican, you will send this to WEF, and you will tell them, I am not part of this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. And you will know what to do. It is scary, this feeling of being in the void and not knowing what to do, where to go, how to be. And you're just going out there on your own. Yeah, it is freaking scary. It is scary. But I'm here to assure you, as somebody who is embodying this truth, I am living it. I am living it in every single way. Every fiber of my being is embodying this energy, embodying this truth, and I am living it. And I am telling you that that is the only thing that is going to get you over to 5D. You want to call it 5D, but through to Sheen. So let's talk about this a little bit on this podcast. We're at 21 minutes. Let's talk about first waivers, second waivers, third waivers, and all of that. So we're having these events that are happening every single day that are illuminating everybody's DNA and everybody's story. And you guys are starting to see this, and you're starting to see massive changes happening within you, and you don't necessarily know what's going on. But these changes are happening to help you remember who you are. And that will make more sense to you as you remember who you are. You will understand what your role is here, what your mission is here at this time. It is not an accident. It is not a mistake that you are here at this time. And you need to wake up. You need to slow down, and you need to stop and look at who you are. If you continue to do this, I'm not even speaking to those people anymore that are still stuck in the matrix, still stuck in jobs that they know are sucking their soul, still going to jobs where they are harming their fellow man. That can be financial jobs too. Okay. The scam of the mortgages and all that. It is against divine law. It is against divine law. If you have a position, if you have a job that you are serving the beast with your job, you are keeping this loop going. The good thing is there was enough people like me that woke up and came out and refused it all. And we continue to refuse it all, even though we get ridiculed, even though nobody wants to really talk with us, and we're alone. We're alone here. Nobody can handle the conversations that are really going on. It's like looking at all the talking heads that are on the internet. They're not talking about the truth of what's happening. So let me tell you about the first waivers. Okay. This is the way how my higher self sees it. And this is a kind of a view for you to look through on what to expect and what to kind of think about. So the first wave, which is already kind of going, is generally it's going to be people with a blood type of AB positive or AB negative. Okay. And there will be about 2 to 3% of beings that will still make the first wave that are, O's, O plus, O negative, or A plus, A minus, whatever. But it will be very, very rare because most of those souls are earthbound. They're earthbound. So what's going to happen is there's going to be this new 3D soft matrix created. It's already been created. It's going to be created. And the majority of people are going to that new 3D soft matrix. Okay. Like 95% or something, really high like that. Because they are not embodying. That's the ticket. They're not embodying the information. So people that were born with the AB bloodlines, they were encoded basically with a mission. They were encoded with a mission. And so they're waking up and they have to ascend ahead. And it's in consciousness. They had to ascend ahead. And like I've been ahead. I haven't been wrong. I've just been early. And I've just been continuing to say it for the couple people that are awakening. But now more and more people are awakening and they're realizing, oh my God, she's connected to information. And you can be connected to this information too. And you are. So everybody's connected to this new quantum field. but your connection and the field that you can connect to is in direct complementary direction to your DNA. So your frequency. So the first waivers are going to be the people that set up the systems and dispel the lies and help people remember who they are and all of that. Okay. The second wave is going to happen in like 6 to 7 years or so. And then the third wave will be, I think it's like 7 to 12 years after that. Okay. So let's just say that a total of, let's just say 12 years, because it's a good number. So in 12 years, we're going to have the second and third wave come about. So the third wave people into 5D, because everybody is going into Sheen. Everybody is, but not at the same time, because you wouldn't be able to handle the frequency level, the bandwidth level at 5D. So I'm in the opposite situation. I can't handle the frequency level at 3D, and I'm residing at a 7 and 90 in parts of my body, and it's pretty uncomfortable. But you will be moving through these portals, and we are getting ready. Those of you that know that you're a first waiver, and I can find that information out as well. So if you're interested in getting a full report and a, download and all of that, that I can personally extract from you, given some information, you can book an appointment with me. You can do the Quanta scan appointment for $99, and I can find out all of this. I can scan your aura, do a full review of your aura, complete breakdown of your aura, what crystals you need, what regimen that you might need. I can have that all printed out for you, and it's all specific towards you. Okay. So if you feel motivated or touched to do that after this podcast, you can reach me at monica@rawwithpeace.com, shop rawwithpeace.com, all of those places, therealityshifters.com. And then I'm on X and I'm on other places, but you can get a hold of me. And I am here doing this work with people every single day. And I want to continue. Well, it doesn't matter if I want to do it. This is what I'm doing. And you guys are waking up, and I want you to know that you have a source to work through all of this. Okay. I'm connected now. I'm connected. My DNA is now connected with this information, and I am able to assimilate it and deliver it to you guys. So you can ask me anything about yourself, ask me about your family line, ask me about your blood, ask me about your lineage. Why are you here? What is your mission? All of those things. So if you're interested in that, definitely get a hold of me, because I want to get as many people as possible knowing who they are, so that you guys are all operating at a higher level and your lives will be phenomenal. So we've got the second wave people that are going to come through, right? In about 6 years. The first wave, it looks like it's going to happen between June and August of 2025. We have already moved into the frequency band that is that a lot of people weren't ready for. So we've experienced a lot of people dying in these last 6 months that you guys know. And that's because they were not a frequency match to these higher energies. And these frequencies are not going to let up at all. They're only going to get more and more and more and more all the way through. And we're going to be going through this until we get to 2030, 2032, where it kind of grounds itself and humanity's avatars have caught up. But my goodness, you guys, there is so much that's going to happen. It's so exciting. We're finally on the path. We're finally making the changes. Now, if you're somebody listening to this, which probably not, but if you're somebody listening to this that is stuck in the 3D world, has no idea what's going on, you need to just click over and realize, ooh, wow, the world is changing. She's not crazy. I've just been out of the loop. I need to figure out what I need to do. So if you, again, want coaching, want to work through this, I love coaching people in like 3-month containers to really move the needle with things because there's so much to go through with you and so much going on that we need to clear so that you can remember. That is the key, is all about remembering. So you guys, things are going to get pretty spicy coming up here, and April didn't disappoint, and I'm very excited, and I'm fully activated and looking forward to more and more and more activations. But I'm busy I'm going to do my podcast. I'm going to try to bring a podcast to you every 7 to 10 days so that I can consistently activate you. And let me know, what do you want to hear from me about? Do you want to talk about bloodlines? Do you want to talk about the importance of bloodlines? Do you want to talk about, all I talk about is DNA, because that's your story and that's what tells you everything about yourself and what you need to know. So unlocking it is going to be the answer to all of any issues you think you have. It will help you in business. It'll help you personally, everything, physically, all of that. So everybody spend time between now and the next time we meet. Spend time in meditation, go out and ground, which is really charging up your vessel, and really remember who you are and know that the stuff that you're remembering, that is who you are. It's not you just remembering it. Okay. Gone are the days like we don't even need tarot cards anymore. Is that crazy? We don't need tarot because we have the quantum. We have the Akashic records available to us. So happy hunting, everybody. And let me know what questions you have, what thoughts you have, and what you think about all of this. I would love to hear. There's so much information, but I'm basically giving you little sound bites as I'm gathering my peeps, and we can sit around and think about what's going on and really do work through our heart space. And that's what we did yesterday in my group, the Reality Shifters. We spent 5 hours together. I took 5 hours of my time and spent it nurturing the people on there and really helping them learn where they're at and what they need to do and all of that. But the biggest thing is offering my support and my love. And that's what our group is run by. So this is like nothing else. What's happening in our world. It's the best time in the world to be alive, everyone. So I'm excited to see who listens to this podcast and who is excited about it and who's excited about going into Sheen. I know I'm going to be there as one of the frontliners, and I'm looking forward to welcoming everyone, all the first wavers that are coming. Excited to work next to you and link arms and do this. And the second wavers that are coming, we're preparing for you. And we are going to continue to help you remember, even once you're over here in this amazing, loving space. We are going to continue to give you love, give you information, and help you bloom like the rose you are. I carry all the codes and I am now wielding them. So if you would like help waking up your scroll, if you would like help figuring out who you are and what's going on and stuff about your family and all of that, get a hold of me and let's get into some sessions together. Okay. You can book these and get on my calendar. Just go to shoprawwithpeace.com. send me an email. I have a link tree. Look up Raw with Peace, and it's got all my links. Everything is there and down below in the description. So I'm doing everything I can think of to make myself available so you don't have to feel like you're floundering. Okay. I know that there's another wave of beings that have woken up. And so I want to make sure that they know that I am here for them and I'm excited to support you. So let me know, humanity, what you need, where you're at, what you think about all of this. I am looking forward to reading your comments and meshing with you all further. Have a wonderful day.